just did a simple math, right? How much was I spending per leads? At the end of the month, how many leads did I not close? That's money down the drain. How much would I have to spend to recuperate a portion of that for it to make sense? So let's just take, we came together maybe around June, July-ish. I was probably spending about 2 to 250 per lead. I was closing 1 in 5, so that's $1,000 per closed deal, and I was closing at 20%. Just by doubling my close rate from, let's say, 20 to 40%, my cost to acquire a deal pretty much went down to half. So I had to save $500 per closed deal just by closing better, and that more than paid for my time with you. That more than paid for the mental models that I got from your teachings, and more than paid for all the value that I get from the community of other badass people. Here's the key. I think the thing that's so underrated is this group of killers that you've curated, right? You are the gatekeeper for your program, and the folks that are in, they're either already high skilled, they're hungry to learn, which is rare, or they're earlier on in their journey, but they're naturally gifted. And I think that's the key, is when you look at it from an operator's point of view, I just don't have the time to sit in a group full of greens. And there's nothing to do with them. It's just like, how can I allocate the best time that I can to learn? And it makes me want to learn when the community is full of other hungry people.
3, 2, 1.
Don't jinx it. All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm here with the legend, Kevin. Kevin and I have been working together for a little bit. And we're just going to jam a bit on kind of how the journey's gone, kind of what you've learned, and a little bit about your experience working together for anyone that might be considering jumping into the party we got going on. But yeah, man, you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're up to and what you're building?
Totally, man. Hey, y'all, it's a great party. Y'all should come. It's a fun time, I guarantee it. Now, my name is Kev. I run a marketing business for private clinics. We help private clinics with at least 300 patients in their database add $8,000 to $13,000 in the first 30 days, and we look to add about 100 to 150K in 12 months through patient reactivation and SMS nurturing. Now, I came across Andres' stuff maybe I'd say about 90 days ago. Here's the thing, right? Before this whole entrepreneurship world, I was in direct sales. I sold software, and we sold B2B software.
Yeah.
That was the first skill I tailored as like a big boy, yeah? Like I graduated from college, and the first skill I really had to like pick up and learn was sales. So, 4 years of entrepreneurship, I never felt like sales was the thing that I needed to polish, because it was the thing that I naturally was just better at. I spent all my time learning like marketing, learning fulfillment, learning copywriting, all the other stuff that comes with running a business. When I spoke with Andres, he reminded me that your ability to relate with a prospect at the end of this sales journey, from marketing, getting them on the call, offer structure to put something in front of them, your ability to build trust in that 1 hour, 30-minute window is the closest thing to revenue. Yeah. And I thought to myself, well, shit, like I feel like I already know sales, like maybe I don't need to invest in this. And boy, was I wrong. I've gotten my return on my investment, in, I don't know, I mean, just do the quick math here, probably 50x minimum.
Wow.
Return on my spend.
Let the people know the juice, man. Like, what you're coming off like a pretty badass August. Like, what were the numbers?
Yeah. All glory to God, we were able to close 55,000 for August, and that's our all-time high. When I met Andres, we were clearing about 21, 22 consistently, and we struggled to get past that 25, 28 mark.
Yeah.
I think my close rate at the time was 1 in 5, so 20%. Show rate was like 40%, and I didn't feel like that was the problem, but shit, looking back at it, it's like that definitely was the problem.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, is like the whole sales piece, not just closing. And that was one of the biggest things I noticed with you. I'm like, man, your show rate is this like offer owner? Like, absolutely not. What is your show rate now?
We had 100% show rate in August.
Whoa.
100% show rate. Yeah.
Wow. And what was your close rate on that?
My close rate on that was, I think I looked at it in math, I think we closed 65, 67%.
Wow. Wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. That's fantastic. It's a 3x on the closing, but even just like improving your show rate is fantastic because now all the hours that you've allocated to the actual sales calls are now being, maximized. What were some of like the biggest, I guess, maybe nuggets or things that you've kind of learned from me to actually help that happen?
Absolutely. I would say the number one concept that I learned from Andres was triage, right? Our thoughts are only as strong as the mental models that we think in. And Andres introduced a brand new mental model to me, which is the concept of triage. You oftentimes only hear triage in medical or first responder worlds, which is
Yeah.
you have to get to person because every minute you don't, bad things happen. And using it in sales is such a great analogy because leads only get colder, and the only correlation with closed deals is time to respond to lead. So in the past, leads would come in, they already booked on the calendar. I'm going to spend my time focusing on delivering a incredible workshop or incredible discovery call, doing my homeworks, but none of that matters if they don't show. So now there's a rule, right, around the office, if you would. Within 5 to 15 minutes of lead inbounding, you have to make contact, whether
Yeah.
that's a voicemail or preferably a call. Double
Yeah.
dial, leave them a voicemail, let them know that you're looking for them. I think that, and when folks get connected, ask them if there's any context that you should know before they hop on the call. A, they give you all the ammo that you need to prepare, and then B, they already made a connection with you. They know, like, and trust you, so they're going to show up to the call. It's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on, man. Like the whole sales system really excites me. And one thing I think it's really would be really cool to touch on is, I have like years of experience as a closer, and as a closer, you're hyper focused on, the actual, are people showing up? Are you closing them? And when you're not making money, like you can immediately say, okay, I need to improve my skill set. As a business owner, I really enjoy working with business owners, but you're constantly like putting out fires, like on the ad spend and your copy and your marketing delivery, like everything. And for a lot of business owners, you're kind of touching on this, like they always feel like sales is the last thing they ever want to improve, right? It's like, oh, I need more leads, or I just need better leads, or maybe my content needs to get better. What was it for you that you realized, like, oh, maybe I should fucking get better at this?
Oh, man. Think about this, right? I think okay, so I just did a simple math, right? How much was I spending per leads? At the end of the month, how many leads did I not close? That's money down the drain. How much would I have to spend to recuperate a portion of that for it to make sense? So let's just take, we came together maybe around June, July-ish. I
Yeah.
was probably spending about 2 to 250 per lead. I was closing 1 in 5, so that's $1,000 per closed deal, and I was closing at 20%. Just by doubling my close rate from, let's say, 20 to 40%, my cost to acquire a deal pretty much went down to half. So I
Yeah.
get to save $500 per closed deal just by closing better, and that
Yep.
more than paid for my time with you. That more than paid for the mental models that I got from your teachings, and more than paid for all the value that I get from the community of other badass people. Here's the key. I think the thing that's so underrated is this group of killers that you've curated, right? You are the gatekeeper for your program, and the folks that are in, they're either already high skilled, they're hungry to learn, which is rare, or they're earlier on in their journey, but they're naturally gifted. And I think that's the key is when you look at it from an operator's point of view, I just don't have the time to sit in a group full of greens. And there's nothing to
Right.
do with them. It's
Right.
just like, how can I allocate the best time that I can to learn?
Right.
And it makes me
Right.
want to learn when the community is full of other hungry people.
Yeah. Yeah, very well said, man. Thank you for that. I think that equation, because right then you can like start scaling your ads, and you just know you're gonna like have the highest possible ROI, and that your time is being allocated efficiently. It's really we're actually since you've joined, I've probably had like 6 or 7 like business owners join the group, and it's been really refreshing to look at the whole sales systems with them, not just like one piece of it. So you're coming off of your highest month, a 55K month, which congratulations, dude. Which, by the way, like for anyone watching this, like Kevin works his fucking ass off. Like your work rate, and I say this to you all the time, man, is you maintain an incredibly high work rate, which is it comes with the territory. Whether you're closing or running your own business, like you need to be able to maintain that to hit new levels that you haven't hit before. There's just no way around it. For any like if you were to talk to someone who's considering working with me, but maybe a little bit not skeptical in working with me, but like, oh, should I really be prioritizing sales? Like, or is it really a sales issue? What if I just improve my lead qualification process or something like that? Like, what would you say to them? I'm curious.
I would say try to make money for the business without collecting any money. Tell me how that goes. Tell me how it goes trying to grow a business without collecting any money. It's
My
simple as
friend,
that.
you have learned well, my friend. Awesome. Any other last thoughts or anything you'd like to share with anyone potentially watching this?
Absolutely, man. When I look back at my time learning from Andres and the community, my biggest takeaway isn't the skills that I've learned, the word track that I have, the objection handling abilities that I gathered, the friendships that I made in the community. It wasn't any of that. It made business fun for me again. It made me excited to know that I don't want to use the word control. Let me run that back. I have a fighting chance at getting a stranger who doesn't know me to meet me over the phone and give me thousands of dollars. And that gets me out of bed.
Boom. Well fucking said. That like I think I've like had so much fun like growing my own business like after coming off of like literally years of taking thousands of sales calls because I like there's just like, this like confidence that like you get on the phone with the right person that like there's like a 90% chance that you're gonna get them to buy. And like that sense of confidence, dude, just pays dividends for like because whether it's right now it's you, right? But then as you have a sales team taking this stuff over, you just know like, dude, follow what I've done, and you will make money. And it's just like this, I don't know, lead by example, like an inherent sense of confidence that you just can't replicate until you actually like, get it, you know? So thank you for sharing, man. I appreciate that. I'm excited to share this with people that follow me, and I'm excited to keep working together, man, and continue to make waves together.
Yeah, dude. Massive shout out to you though. Like, like testimonials aside, like you really taught me a lot. Like you taught me a lot. Wasn't even just on the closing process, but like how you look at the sales cycle as a whole. And I think like to anybody who may be considering working with you, the thing is like you literally cannot hide when you're in front of a prospect. You can't say, hold on, give me 1 second, let me think about this. Like you literally have to be able to give a response, and I think the work happens in private, and the work is more meaningful in private when you have somebody who's good showing you how to do it. So.
No,
real,
thank
bro.
you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's why I do what I do, and it's just so awesome to have so many of you guys like rock stars together supporting each other and letting me guide you guys in this journey and all making waves and riding them too now.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on.